you thought NFTs and the grift associated with them couldn't get any worse, well, buckle up, think again. Apparently there is a site known as HitPiece, and it's been stealing music from musical artists, taking it without their permission, and then essentially packaging it up as an NFT for profit. Now, as you can imagine, musical artists are not pleased with this and they're speaking out. So here's how HitPiece describes its service. They say each HitPiece NFT is a one-of-one NFT for each unique song recording. Members build their hit list of their favorite songs, get on leaderboards, and receive real-life value. No, they don't. Such as access and experiences with artists, except they don't. The artists don't even know that they're being included in this and that this company is making money off of them and the work that they do. So it's a massive grift, and the fact that this NFT thing continues happening blows my mind. But some of the artists who have been part of this without their permission are now speaking out, and they're furious with good reason. So again, HitPiece did not get permission to use any of the songs by people like Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, John Lennon, Bob Marley, Nirvana, Hans Zimmer, and even John Williams' Star Wars score, right? Like all of this stuff is included, no permission to use any of this stuff. And so I wanna give you some examples of people speaking out. Louis Zong writes, apparently a lot of my music's been stolen and put up as NFTs on this platform called HitPiece F This. Very upset. There are other examples. Needle Juice Records writes, neither us nor our artists have consented to HitPiece selling NFTs of our music. Crypto grifters prove, what did I say,
Crypto grifters.
Crypto grifters prove once again that they do not care about artists or ethics, just their dystopian end goal of turning every facet of life into a stock market pump and dump scheme.
Yep.
I've got more criticism.
Can I buy an NFT of that tweet? Because that's worth something.
Probably.
I don't actually want to. I'll just right click it. Anyway, I hate every one of these stories. And by the way, it might seem like, especially if you're one of the people that's like really into one of these sorts of technologies, that we like go out of our way to find stories like this to talk about. No, we pass up major scams and con stories every single day having to do with cryptocurrency and NFTs. And I genuinely dislike talking about it because every quote from one of these people angers me more word by word. I don't even know what an NFT of a song means. You can't own one of Taylor Swift's songs. Up until recently, I don't even think she was able to own one of her songs. What does it even mean to own it?
It means nothing. It means nothing.
There were already, like the theme song to TDR, we licensed. That's already digital allowance to use it. We don't own it because that doesn't make any sense unless it's an artist individually making a piece of music for you. It makes maybe even less sense than for pieces of art, which again, we already have digital licensing of in a variety of forms. I recently bought prints of 2 pieces of artwork. That the money is gonna go to the artist, it's gonna be sent to me in physical form because just having it online is stupid. I shouldn't have to point that out, but it's just the whole thing, it's just obviously it's a bunch of scams. And that does not mean that one cannot conceive of uses of the technology that would not be legitimate or wouldn't help people who aren't rich. Those things can exist. You know, the stock market runs on computers. Computers aren't terrible just because the stock market is, but the stock market is terrible. And NFTs are a more blatantly corrupt and fraudulent, like at least a stock, there's all sorts of speculation on stocks.
Yeah.
And they do get pumped up and dumped. And there's all sorts of things like that. But they have some relationship to a product or infrastructure or employees or intellectual property or literally anything. It is not purely speculation for speculation's sake. And I guess that they can't just do that, so they do the minimal fig leaf of attaching an image to it or a piece of music to it or whatever that they have no interest in. It is a massive scam, and if we can get through to just 1 or 2 people to convince them not to get involved in this, I think that we're doing our job.
I mean, I think I'm worried. Look, I am worried about ordinary people getting sucked into this and spending whatever disposable income they might have, whatever precious resources they might have on some pump and dump scheme. So like, that's the reason why we cover these stories. It's not to, one day I was covering one of these stories and joke that I was trying to troll the crypto bros. I don't do the stories to troll people. I do the stories because you should be weary of it. I know people personally, young men specifically, who have started doing these risky investments in crypto. And whatever you might say about crypto, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get screwed over very easily. It fluctuates, like the value of various cryptocurrency fluctuates dramatically, especially based on whatever Elon Musk is tweeting on any given day. It's dangerous. Benefit him. Which will benefit him, exactly. So we just want people to be cautious. And Ted Leo, I think, puts it perfectly. This was my favorite tweet about this whole debacle. Bottom-feeding scavengers of late capitalism sucking the last marrow from our bones and or running a scam on me, you, and everyone, because obviously I didn't approve this, and apparently neither did anyone else you'll see on the site.
Yep.
Some people are having fun, memeing about this. Here's a good example. Pretty much every single artist in the world, and then it's a guy kicking someone in the face, and the leg says lawsuits, and Rory Felton, who's the founder of HitPiece, is the one getting kicked in the face. And then, they did issue an apology, but the apology was ridiculous because they made it appear as though permission was somehow something they were looking for and was granted. Clearly, we have struck a nerve and are very eager to create the ideal experience for music fans. To be clear, artists get paid when digital goods are sold on HitPiece, but how do they get paid if you haven't even been in communication with them and haven't even asked them permission to use their music? That makes no sense. Like all beta products, like Lindsey Graham, we're continuing to listen to all our user feedback and are committed to evolving the product to fit the needs of the artists, labels, and fans alike.
No, not the needs, because no one needs any of this.
Exactly.
They are all, like at least a few, I appreciate crypto now actually, in comparison, because nobody was really pretending that crypto was anything other than pure speculation on nothing, and a willingness to destroy the environment to get it. The NFTs are like, they're trying to gild it or whatever, and I'm not buying it. The whole thing is just so frustrating. Like a few years ago, they would have at least taken a bunch of people's money and then put out an app that crowdsources toilet rental or something. Like there have always been these, there are always people that are going to suck up a bunch of people's money. But like I felt like they used to maybe produce something. Now it's more see-through. It's every single day there are massive scams where hundreds of thousands or millions or more dollars have been taken from people, and then the person who made it just disappears. And more celebrities are hawking their own NFTs or others. And by the way, they are getting paid to do it. They don't care about the apes. They don't care about the dumb procedurally generated art. They really don't care. If they wanted it so bad, there's all sorts of art out there. They're just getting paid. They make me hate technology.
No,
really,
don't say that.
I'm turning against technology.
You had that great rant about computers in the stock market. Go back to that.
I hate computers now, kind of, and I never thought I would say that.
Well, actually, computers did make our lives a lot harder in a lot of ways.
I don't know.
Like
I need the
the
games,
constant bing bing communication. Everyone can contact you at any given time. This is a computer. Like we have our computer with us at all times, and people are always wanting give me attention.
That's why I bought a typewriter during the pandemic.
Yeah,
and
I usually take things too far.
I like actual cameras. I understand that these are digital cameras, but more so than just being on a phone. We used to have actual things that did things, and someone had to make it, and it was complicated. And I'm aging so quickly.
I know, we're maturing. Okay, maturing, not aging.
It's all bad, it's all bad.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.